Okay, so Liverpool versus Monaco, 3-2. We take a loss again. Bottle of 2-0 lead again. However, I am still very happy with the performance. I think in the first, I was talking the first half to start with. We were good on our press, we were good on our counter. Uh, Verts and Isak, it's their season. It's their season. Verts looks way more positive, creating chances, expressing himself a little bit more. There wasn't a lot of, oh yeah, just get it and then knock it first time to the guy right next to you. No, it was very forward thinking. Press was good. I was happy with Kumas as well. Kumas looked very lively. I'll be surprised if he doesn't play a part in the Premier League this season, which is good. Our press was really good. We were man to man. You almost saw Frimpong coming all the way over here sometimes. And if that's what Iraola wants, then it's working well. Um, Goal from Isak. The team play was just outstanding. It was exceptional. I think Vitz played it off to Gakpo, and then Vitz made a run just down there to drag the defender away. Gakpo into Soboslai into Gravenberch through to Isak. Touch was beautiful. Finish was good. Uh, and I just think overall in the first half, like we created loads of chances, we were good on the counter, we were good in possession. And we were just the football we were playing was I was enjoying watching it. It's the most fun. That first half is the most fun I've had watching Liverpool play in 2 years, maybe since the first couple games of Arne Slot. But no, I really, really, really enjoyed it. I thought Soboslai wasn't maybe as good as he has been in the previous games, but everyone's entitled to an off day, especially him, and he still wasn't bad. Uh, and Duke was sorry, it's supposed to be Semi. And Duke was exceptional. This is a real talent, and it really, really frustrates me that we're not going to see him in the Premier League this season. But if we just switch over to the second half, or how we ended the game just now, then we can talk a bit more on what we need to improve on. Okay, here we are. Here is how we ended the game. Obviously, the likes of Elliott, Ramsey, Chiesa came on a little bit later, but just for the sake of having it on the screen, this is how we ended the game. And I think immediately you could see in the second half, especially for their second goal, first goal clumsy from Van Dijk, and it was in the first half. Second half, first goal, similar to Leeds, which gave the ball away in a stupid area, and they scored from it. I think it was Gravenberch slipped, and yeah, they just went and scored from it. We need to improve on our kind of ball security, especially if we have that sort of second team on the pitch. Maybe that wasn't necessarily a second team, to be fair. Still the likes of Van Dijk, Gravenberch on the pitch at the time, but just improving our ball security when playing out from the back. I feel like it's needed. Conceded from a corner. Again, we're struggling to defend the cross against Leeds. Need to work on that as well. Overall, in the second half, we just looked like a weaker team, and that's obvious because, like, you go from Van Dijk to Chambers, or like Gakpo to Munoz, I guess isn't bit, but like Elliott to Verts and Isak to Chiesa, Szoboszlai to McConnell is three massive jumps in talent, and I think it just emphasizes our need for reinforcements all over the pitch. Because let's say, for example, we brought in another striker. Who can I use as a? Here we are. Let's say we brought in another striker. Then you don't have to pay keys up front. You've got a proper number 9 coming on. Because Isak isn't going to play 90 minutes every week. He's just not capable of doing so. And let's say we brought in another midfielder. Let's say, for example, the guy we're playing against today, Lamine Camara. There you go. That's instantly stronger again. Bring in another centre back. Bang, instantly stronger again. And I know people will say, oh yeah, but Jackie and Leone will be back and we've got Araujo coming in. All three of them are injury prone, as is Joe Gomez. So, and Ndukwe's not going to be available. So that's four injury prone centre backs and Van Dijk. who is getting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there is an injury coming his way this season, but keep our fingers crossed that doesn't happen. And then also, I think right back's fine because you've got Araujo covering Bradley back, Frimpong, and Ramsey isn't awful, but you don't want to have to see Calvin Ramsey. But I think if we just bring in an attacker, a midfielder, and a defender, then that second half performance is more secure and it looks a lot like our first half performance. What else have I got from the second half? Not much, to be fair. Munoz looked positive. He always wanted to kind of take on his man, use his pace, which is the kind of stuff we like to see. And Engamoa looked decent off the right again. He cut onto his left foot and had a shot, I think once, maybe twice, which is different to what we saw maybe last season if he played him off the right. So he's clearly been looking to improve his left foot, which is very good. I think just the fact that we've got an under-21s left back and a veteran defensive midfielder playing centre back in the second half, in our second to last pre-season friendly before the season begins, it's just not what you want. But look, there's still time in the transfer window. We've still got players coming back from injury, Araujo still to come in. So look, I wouldn't be surprised if we do bring in one more defender, but I'd be annoyed if we don't see Orkola and one more signing, whether that's another defender, a midfielder, maybe even another attacker. But I think as long as Gakpo stays, we'll be chilling in the final for third. Player that I will speak on though, this man here, not even in the squad, and from what I've heard, it's not injury related, it's not illness related. It's because he's going, and I've been a big Curtis Jones, what's it called, admirer these last couple of seasons, and I think, yeah, I'll be sad to see him go. Leaves our team with no Scousers, I don't think. But again, don't know how much of an impact that will have. But yeah, it's sad to see because I love him, and I feel like just having him there instead of McConnell is an improvement. But I guess Ariola's thinking is that's McAllister who would be coming back in. So it's looking like McAllister will stay, Jones will go. I still want to know the timeline on Stefan Bajcetic, actually. Sorry, I'm going a little bit off topic, but there was murmurs at the start of pre-season of him coming back for maybe a few pre-season games, but that's not seemed to have materialized. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Monaco game. First half exceptional, second half slightly worse. I think overall, I don't think we deserved to lose that game, especially after our first half performance. We could have put 3, 4, even 5 past them in the first half. So look, I'm happy overall. Main points, exceptional first half. Still need to build squad depth, especially in the back line. But that has been it from me, guys. Did enjoy, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow or the day after the next video.